Gary Brooker asuu täällä Etelä-Englannin maaseudun rauhassa. Isännöi omistamassaan pubissa, hoitaa puutarhaa, pitää kanoja, hanhia ja 2 aasia. Hänen kynästään hän lähtivät Procol Harum-yhtyeen menestyskappaleet, joista White Shade of Pale on käynyt listojen huipulla kerran toisensa jälkeen. Viimeksi täällä toissa vuonna.
We skip the light fandango, turns cartwheels across the floor. I was feeling kind of seasick. The crowd called out for more. The room was humming harder.
This is what... You know, to some Finns it came as a bit of a surprise that Procol Harum is no more. How and when and why did it disintegrate?
Well, I think very strong words there, no more and disintegrate. In fact, last year when we finished the tour in America, some of the boys were leaving. Mick Grabban was going to leave, and Chris Copping was unwell and wasn't able to play. And everybody felt that it was a good time for us to have a break. I mean, the group has been playing for, I think it was 10 or 11 years we've been, since White Shade of Pale. And all of that time we spent either on the road or in the studio. And I could never remember a time where for more than a week I've been able to forget about the group. And it seemed a good time to have a rest. The thought is that one day in the future, you know, hopefully not too distant, but definitely not soon, that we can get together and make some more records.
So in fact this is not irretrievable, this?
It's not irretrievable.
No.
I'm not saying that that there's going to be a record out soon,
Yes.
But it's quite conceivable that, particularly if I write the sort of material that is good for Procol Harum, that we would make another record.
Well, the Finns saw tonight your performance at Sopot, a solo performance. Are you going to go solo now in a big way?
Well, in a big way, we hope so. I'm at the process now of finishing off some material for a solo album with some singles, which I should be recording in November. And hopefully then I will be able to say a lot of things which really I was a bit constricted before in the format of the group.
What do you mean by that? What type of songs are you now going to do?
Well, it's difficult to say. There's a lot more rock and roll type songs than Procol Harum was ever known for. I should do some of them because that's part of my basic substance is rock and roll. And when we started this group and while we had Procol Harum going, we concentrated on another side of the rock and roll type music, a much more sophisticated sort. But I really like to let my hair loose sometimes and rock out.
Of course, Procol Harum is due for revival practically because there's so much interest in the top groups of the 60s. Don't you think that it's a bit funny to see oneself become a classic and so early in one's lifetime?
Well, I don't think it was early. It wasn't early enough for me. But I mean, we were lucky. We had a very popular our first single was enormously popular, one of the most popular records that has ever been probably, and we followed that with some very popular albums, and we kept our reputation going for a good many years. I don't think really that has had its fullest impact yet. I think that in a few years' time people will be looking at what the group has done in the past a lot more and seeing a lot more in it.